Hello, welcome. In this video, I am going to explain what is file handling, and I am going to demonstrate some basic examples on file handling. This file handling is also known as disk input and output. Disk in the sense any permanent storage media like hard disk, compact disk, etc. Let me start with this scenario. Let's say we have a mobile app which is going to ask your name whenever for the first time you open the mobile app. Then subsequent times when you open the mobile app, it should say welcome followed by your name. Even though you switch off your phone and restart the phone and reopen the app, it should again say welcome followed by your name. So what is happening here? So the name that you entered is stored in the file permanently. So whenever you want to store something permanently via your application, then you have to use file handling to store the output of a program. Let's consider this scenario. You are testing a program. You want a desired output for a certain input. So what you do? You write some program to get the desired output. In the first attempt itself, you may not get the desired output. Then you make some changes, rerun the program, re-enter the same input. Say you have to enter 20 values and check whether you are getting the desired output or not for the given input. You may not get the desired output in the second attempt as well. So several times you keep on trying to get the desired output. But every time you need to enter the same input again and again. So there is nothing new. So there is no challenge in it, and it would be a tedious job. Instead, what we could do is store the input in a file, and every time we run the program, take the input from the file instead of taking the input from the keyboard. This will save your time. Let's take another scenario. You download different types of files from internet. You may download a software, you may download a MP3 file, you may download an MP4 file. There what's happening? The file which is residing in the server, we are reading from that server and writing into a file on the local computers. So there also we are doing reading from a file and writing into a file. So to accomplish this reading and writing, we have to use file handling. So to write output of a program into a file or to read input from a file. So let me demonstrate basic writing and reading to and from files with simple programs. In the first program, I am going to demonstrate how to write output to a file. The second program, I am going to demonstrate how to take input from a file instead of from the keyboard. Okay, let's jump into the program. So this program you already know. We take input from the keyboard, we enter a number and displays multiplication table. There is no file handling involved in this program. Let's run this program once. Enter a number, we are getting the output. But we are not storing this output anywhere. To see the output, again we have to enter a number and then see the output. We are not storing the output anywhere. Now let's see how to store the output. For that, we have to create a file structure pointer. This is a predefined structure. The file is a predefined structure. Okay. So you have to create a pointer to it. Then to write anything to a file, you have to open a file using a function known as fopen. We have to pass two arguments into the fopen. The location where we want to write the output. Let's give this location. We want to write the output into this location. D drive, Raju, file inputs, outputs. Let's copy that location and paste it over here. You know that we have to give 2 backslash in place of single backslash, because single backslash n single backslash t indicates escape sequence characters. And what is the file? Let's say output 1, or let's say table, as it is a multiplication table related program, table1.txt. This file gets generated on the fly. When we run the program, this file gets generated. If that file already exists, it gets overwritten. Now we have to mention for what purpose we are opening this file. We want to write the output into the file. For that we have to say write. This is known as file opening mode. So in the fopen function, we have to pass 2 arguments. First one is the file name and location. Second one is the file opening mode. The fopen function creates a file structure object and returns its address. We have to receive it in a file structure pointer. Now we have opened the file. Now what we want to do? We want to write the output messages or output into the file. For that, we have to use a function known as fprintf. Instead of printer, we have to use fprintf. So into which file we want to write? Whatever file the f is pointing, into that file we want to write. So fprintf, the first argument is the file pointer. Then what else we want to write? This output also we want to write. So fprintf followed by file pointer. Yeah, once everything is written, we have to close the file. Before writing something, you have to open the file. After finishing writing, you have to close the file, so that some memory allocated to the file would be released. Fclose followed by the file pointer. Sometimes you may need to open a file again and again. For that, you have to first open the file, close the file. Then again we can open a file. Then you want to do opening and closing the file multiple times. We shall see that in a later program. So let me summarize what you have done. I have created file structure pointer, open the file, mention the file opening mode, and what are the output messages you want to store in file. Just use the function fprintf in place of printf. Here also fprintf to store the multiplication table values. At the end, you have to close the file. Let me put a small message telling the user that the output has been written to the file. Okay, let's build the program. It's okay. Let's run the program. It is asking us to enter a number. Let's give 5. See, the output is not displayed on the screen. Now the output is written to the file. Now let's open the file. See, the file has been written to this location, table 1. Let's open table 1. There it is. Now to see the output, the program is not required. Just open this file and view the output. So this is how we can accomplish writing output to a file. Now let's say taking input from a file. So I already created an input file. The requirement is we want to take a set of integers and sort them in ascending order using, say, bubble sorting technique that you have already seen in arrays chapter. So first, what do you ask to the user? Usually to enter a number, how many numbers do you wish to enter, and this is the input for that prompt. Then what you do? Then ask the user to keep on entering the numbers, okay, and these are the numbers that should be stored in the array. So this should go into n, means how many numbers, and these values should go into the array. So make sure that, so this is 8 and we have given 8 values, okay. This is not in an order, so the program should arrange them in ascending order. So this is the input file. Please remember the file name. It is input1.txt. Same location I am using. Let's jump into that program. Let's close this project. Now this is the normal way you take input from the keyboard and do bubble sorting. and display the output. Now, in this example, we are not going to read the input from keyboard. We are going to read the input from the file. So, this message is of no use. To read from a file or to access any file, as I told you in the previous example, first create a file structure pointer, then open the file, fopen, again those two arguments, the file location, let me copy paste. So remove the file name input1.txt slash input1.txt, and for what purpose we are opening the file? To read from that file. For that we have to say R indicates read mode. You double backslashes. Okay, so file has been opened successfully. Then what you have to do? Read the content from file. Scanf reads the input from keyboard. So instead of scanf, you have to use fscanf and mention the file pointer. The same way we use fprintf. Now the value 8 is read into n. Now the remaining values should be read into this array. So this message is also of no use. In place of scanf, you have to say fscanf, then file pointer. Automatically the file pointer moves from one value to another value. The data is being stored in the array. Understand? Fscanf here and fscanf here. Before that, we have to open the file. We want to display the output on the screen itself. So printf is okay. At the end, what we have to do? Close the file. We can close here or we can close here. Anywhere we can close. We can close here as well. As soon as access the file is over, immediately we can close it. Okay. Right. Let me close it here at the end of the program. Okay. Let's build the program and run the program. See, we got the output in ascending order. We haven't entered any input. With the program, the logic is not correct. You would have got wrong output. Say for example, here I say I plus 1. So what happens? We get wrong output. Again, we analyze and do the correction finally. So finally we get the correct output. So every time we need not enter the input while testing the program. I hope you understood the basics of file handling. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.